hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm sorry it's been a minute. Everything's been crazy lately. Stay crazy busy. Uh, Started a new job. Well, same job, new post. I got moved over to a different place to be a guard at. And I'm in two bands now. Ariandel, which is pretty much like Divinity's, but it's a lot more professional. And we got some new stuff coming. It's taking a minute, but we're getting there. And I'm in Of Many Words, and that we played a ton of shows this year already, and we're not even done. So between working full-time job and taking personal time for myself and making sure that health is good, I quit smoking. I don't drink anymore, and yeah, so I'm just back to doing the stuff I love and just enjoying everything I can to the most. So recently, me and Anthony, my best friend, we played through the Amnesia collection, and I platinumed it. I got the platinum trophy, and out of the 3 games in that collection, I'd say I enjoyed the Dark Descent the most, purely because it is truly, it's just a landmark, like, survival horror game, and I had a great time with it. Machine for Pigs I did not fucking like, but I will talk a little bit about that and why I hate that fucking. I got to cool down a little bit, and yeah, moved to a new house also, and I got a pretty sick setup. I got my pops right here. I got all my Dragon Ball shit scattered all over the place. To creativity and newfound passions. Let's get to the video. Some games will haunt you forever. Some will be forgotten as quickly as you finish them. Amnesia: The Dark Descent has haunted millions of players since its release in late 2010. Developed by a small Swedish-based studio named Frictional Games, a small team of less than 10 people completed this horror masterpiece, but not without some struggle. Funding issues constantly plagued the team and almost completely halting production multiple times. But thanks to a successful back catalog of the Penumbra games, they were able to scrape by and finish work on one of horror's most terrifying experiences to date. Amnesia: The Dark Descent was born, heavily promoted by Let's Play YouTubers such as Markiplier and PewDiePie, whose careers were also launched into stardom by the content they shared with Amnesia. I discovered Amnesia when I was 18, playing most of it on PC and recently returning to it on PS5 via the Amnesia HD collection with my friend Anthony, which I picked up for about $3 or $4 on sale. Most of the time it goes on sale for pretty cheap, usually under $5. But yeah, me and my best friend decided to marathon the Amnesia games side by side, and it made me realize how special The Dark Descent truly is. We also played through the less than stellar sequel, Machine for Pigs, and I was heavily disappointed, especially having to do a 100% run for the Platinum Trophy. That game lacks everything that made its predecessor special. I found out it wasn't even developed by Frictional Games, only published by them, and it really shows. As if they gave the devs a list of things that had to be done in the game while the Dark Descent team sat by the poolside at a luxurious hotel, sipping fine wine and enjoying the fucking huge amount of cash that previous game put in their pockets. Now, Justine, the expansion or DLC for the Dark Descent, is also a fun little challenge, having a permadeath system and lasting about 20 minutes, roughly, if you rush through each encounter. Only having a single monster pursue you through the Saw-esque torture scenarios really put a number on the tension of it. I enjoyed it, and getting the end of it, and seeing every ending and every possible outcome, and seeing those gold trophies pop. But my big thing about the game, I feel like the endings could have been a little bit more varied, such as like what happens to the character of Justine. I'm not going to spoil that. If you haven't played it, go play it. My favorite moments in Amnesia were the ones where I was genuinely frightened to continue, such as the prison, the choir, and the chancel. A lot is left to the imagination of the player, and Frictional even admitted to this. They added so many different frightening things, but in reality there's not really that much going on. Your head can conjure up so much crazy shit, and the excellent sound design really puts you in the right atmosphere. With that being said, let's talk about the story. A man named Daniel wakes up in the Castle Brandenburg and has no memory of how he got there, only remembering small details about his life, where he lives, and his name, of course. He finds a letter addressed to himself, written by himself, telling him to find Alexander, the castle's baron, and the inner sanctum, and kill him. Daniel begins his descent into the darkness. Ha! Get it? Encountering horrifying creatures and solving puzzles to meet his end goal. Along the way, he meets Agrippa, or as Anthony and I refer to him, Gorilla Agrippa. I'm sorry. He guides Daniel in the final parts of the game, and one of the endings has you taking Agrippa's severed head after making a fucking tonic that I completely skipped over the first time, and throwing his head through the portal, preventing Alexander's escape. This is probably my favorite ending out of the three because it shows Daniel wants to make amends and do the right thing. Overall, I strongly recommend this game to anyone who hasn't played it, especially if you're a fan of gothic horror or horror in general. It will leave a mark on you. And Amnesia has gone on to become a legacy in horror games and has spawned 3 sequels, all taking place seemingly in the same universe. That being Machine for Pigs, Rebirth, and most recently, at the time of recording this video, The Bunker, which has received heavy praise and being a must-play in the genre. Also, bringing back some of the Let's Play horror elements from Markiplier. He recently played through it. Smosh, and the return of Anthony Padilla and Ian Heacock's duo. They recently played through it together, and that's pretty entertaining to watch. But anyways, that's about all I have today. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that bell for any future videos. And as always, have a great day.
Yes,
and
there's a good
go play
reason for
Amnesia:
it.
The Dark Descent if you haven't.
The lamp
Please
now.
do yourself a huge favor. But don't play Machine for Pigs. Fuck it.
Stay close.
Thank you guys.
Be careful not to stray.